Ray, the Managing Director of Management Consulted, and I'm here today to talk about another key question that is almost always asked in consulting interviews. Not once, but in almost every interview. And it's why the firm? So why Bain? Why Deloitte? Why Booz? They're going to ask these questions as you go through the process to make sure that it's critical that they understand where you're coming from and also that you understand what it's like to be an insider in the firm. So today I'm going to talk about why this question is important and also how you should respond to it. In terms of why it's important, there are a couple of key reasons. The first is that when you talk about why the firm, they don't want to talk about it in an aspirational way. They don't want you to sound like you're worshiping the firm. They want you to demonstrate that you have insider knowledge and insider understanding for what it's like to work at the firm. They want to understand that you've talked to people at the firm, that you've been to their information sessions, and that you have some credible reasons behind why their firm in particular is of interest to you. It's really important that as you're going through the process, you make sure that you understand exactly why the firm is right for you as well as the other way around. The second thing that's important is that you want to be focused on people. So in general, they're not just looking for the type of work that you're going to do or the impressive accolades that the firm has. They want to know that you had discussions with people, that you've liked them, and that you think you're going to fit in inside the firm. So this is an opportunity for them to assess how good you are with other people. In addition, they're interested in seeing how well you can tell a story. They don't want just facts. They want to see somebody who's a good storyteller. They want you to tell a compelling story about how you became knowledgeable about the firm, how you became interested in them, and in fact, maybe even how you became the most interested in the firm out of all of your option set. It's really important, finally, that you make sure that you convey the answer to the question that they're really asking. The question that they're really asking here isn't, why are you interested in the firm? The question that they're asking is, why would you be a good fit with our firm? So they're trying to understand, again, your understanding as well as an assessment of how well you would possibly fit inside the firm. So there are a couple of things that are helpful to understand as you're building the responses to this question. The first is that there are 4 different categories, and I'm going to lay those out for you. I'm going to lay out terrible, lame, good, and great. If you watched our other video, which was on why consulting, you're going to see similar parallels to what we talk about here. In addition, I'm also going to highlight some key things that you have to make sure to do and not to do. So first, I'm going to walk through those 4 key types. A terrible answer to why the firm is when you say, it's all about me. I'm interested in coming to work for your firm because you're going to train me. You're going to give me access to opportunities. You're going to give me something that I don't have otherwise. And so it's really important to make sure that you're going through the process to understand that. And so a terrible answer is very selfish. It's very focused on what you're going to take away from the firm, and it identifies you as a flight risk, somebody who's not likely to stay for a long time. The second part is that they're interested in understanding a lame response. I have one simple reason. So here's one simple reason. I met some people at the firm and I liked them, but it's not compelling, it's not well thought out, it's not well founded, it doesn't have everything underneath it that you might possibly need. A good response is a response that gives a couple of reasons. So it says, hey, there are a couple of reasons why your firm is impressive to me. These reasons aren't going to be abstract. They're not, I read on your website or I understand this. It's going to be, here are some things that I know about your firm. Hopefully you know them from talking to people or from attending an information session, something more personal than just reading them on the website. And finally, a great answer is a story. If you can tell a story about the time that somebody impressed you with something about the firm, it's really helpful to explain that so that they're able to understand why you're so compelled to come and work for their company. This question can be the difference in selling you to the firm and not. It can be the difference between an offer and not. And so that's why it's so important. When you come to the end of the process, the firm doesn't necessarily need to hear, you are my favorite firm. But if that's true, you should introduce it in this question. You should make sure that you say that. What the firm does need to know is that you are important to them, that you're giving them your full attention, and you're not sitting there comparing them with other firms. Even though subliminally you might be doing this, while you're in the interview, you need to be all on and totally excited about the firm. Later on, you're going to have the opportunity to ask some key questions In the fit interview, you're going to be able to ask, tell me a little bit about what a day in the life at your firm is like, or why did you decide to join the firm? You're going to be able to ask questions like that will put this type of question back on them. But for now, they need to feel the love. And so you have to make sure that as you're going through the process, you either tell them you're my favorite or you let them know you're one of my favorites. So as you go through the process of preparing for the why the firm question, make sure that you keep all of these things in mind. If you need more assistance on this, make sure that you visit our website at managementconsulted.com.